The Galactic Military Academy's orientation hall fell silent as the Kr-30 war beast entered. Cadet Jake Morrison watched the creature pad across the polished floor, its 6 legs moving with predatory grace. The beast stood nearly 8 feet tall at its scaled shoulders, with bioluminescent stripes pulsing along its armored flanks. "Remain still," Commander Vexlar announced, his translator rendering his chittering speech into flat standard. "The war beast will select its handler from among you. This is a great honor. Most cycles, no cadet proves worthy." Jake swallowed hard. He'd heard stories about the Kr-30 war beasts, apex predators from a death world, trained for centuries to bond with elite warriors. They could sense fear, aggression, weakness. They chose only the strongest, the most dominant personalities. Around him stood the best of the best. 3 Centauri princes with military lineage spanning millennia, a Hulkra berserker who'd killed a sand tiger with her bare claws at age 10, 2 Vorn tactical geniuses, and Jake, the only human in his class. The war beast began its inspection. It approached the first Centauri prince, muscles rippling beneath midnight scales. The prince stood rigid, mandibles locked in what Jake assumed was confidence. The beast's nostrils flared. It sniffed once, twice, then moved on. The Hulkra berserker growled low in challenge as the creature approached. "Bold move." The war beast's head swiveled, crystalline eyes fixing on her. For a moment, Jake thought she'd be chosen. Then the beast's ridged lips curled back, revealing rows of serrated teeth. Not a threat display, dismissal. It continued down the line. One by one, the elite cadets were evaluated and found wanting. The Vorn twins synchronized their breathing, projecting their famous battle meditation calm. The war beast didn't even pause. Then it reached Jake. The human tried to steady his racing heart, but the beast would smell his adrenaline anyway. No point hiding it. The massive head lowered, hot breath washing over him in humid waves. Jake looked into those alien eyes and saw intelligence, cold, calculating, ancient. The war beast inhaled deeply, processing his scent. Jake felt exposed, as if every secret, every fear, every stupid decision he'd ever made was being catalogued. The creature circled him once. Twice. Its tail, thick as Jake's torso, swept dangerously close. Then it sat. Right in front of him. The hall erupted. Cadets shouted in disbelief. Commander Vexlar's translator squealed with static as multiple aliens spoke at once. The Centauri princes looked ready to file formal protests. "Impossible," the Hulkra berserker spat. "The human. He's barely been off-world for a standard month." Commander Vexlar approached cautiously. The war beast's attention never left Jake, but a warning growl rumbled from its chest when the commander came too close. "Extraordinary," Vexlar muttered. "Cadet Morrison, do you understand what this means?" Jake stared at the creature sitting before him like an oversized, terrifying dog. "Not really, sir. The war beast has designated you as its pack alpha. You are now its handler, its partner. Where you go, it follows. What you command, it will execute." Vexlar's voice held something Jake rarely heard from the veteran warrior, uncertainty. "But I must ask, what did it sense in you?" Jake thought about that. What made him different? He wasn't the strongest. The Hulkra could bench press a shuttle. He wasn't the most tactically brilliant, the Vorn twins ran circles around him in strategy simulations. He'd barely scraped through basic training while others excelled. Then it hit him. "Permission to speak freely, sir." "Granted. Maybe it's because I'm used to being the underdog." Jake met the warbeast's gaze. "Every species here is stronger, faster, or smarter than humans in some way. We're not impressive by galactic standards. No natural weapons, no specialized adaptations, no psionic abilities. But we showed up anyway." He reached out slowly, palm extended. The war beast leaned forward, pressing its scaled snout against his hand. Heat radiated from its armored hide. My species survived ice ages, predators, disease, and each other. We climbed out of caves and built cities. We split the atom, walked on our moon, and kept pushing into the stars even when everyone said we didn't belong here. Jake's voice grew stronger. We've been underdogs since the beginning. We learned to fight smarter, adapt faster, and never, ever give up. The war beast rumbled, not a growl, but something almost like contentment. Maybe that's what it sensed, Jake continued. Not dominance through strength, but leadership through persistence. Not conquering through power, but surviving through sheer stubborn refusal to quit. Commander Vexlar was quiet for a long moment. Around them, the other cadets had fallen silent, listening. The Cadet who first bonded with these creatures were not the strongest warriors, Vexlar finally said. Historical records say they were survivors, refugees from a conquered world who refused to accept defeat. They rebuilt their civilization from ashes and became the finest warriors in known space. His multifaceted eyes studied Jake with new interest. Perhaps the war beasts remember. Jake felt the weight of the beast leaning against his leg, trusting him completely despite having just met. It was terrifying and humbling in equal measure. "What do I call you?" he asked the creature. The war beast's bioluminescent stripes pulsed in a complex pattern. Jake had no idea what it meant, but a name formed in his mind anyway, arriving more as feeling than thought. "Trouble," he said, and couldn't help smiling. "I'm going to call you Trouble." The war beast's rumble deepened, and Jake would swear the damn thing was laughing. Commander Vexlar's translator crackled. "Appropriate. Dismissed, cadets. Handler Morrison, report to Xenobiology for bonding protocols. Try not to get eaten." As Jake left the hall with Trouble padding beside him, he heard the Hulkra Berserker mutter, "The human's going to be Pack Alpha of trouble indeed." Looking down at his new partner, a 8-foot-tall apex predator from a death world that had chosen him over galactic royalty, Jake figured she was probably right. He couldn't wait.